All right, so I've got a Michal here, and we're just going to talk about our upcoming release of the song "The Moon." Uh, we recorded this actually from a sync brief, uh, and um, and it was actually asking for the Moon song from the movie Her, and I remembered liking that song. I thought it would be a fun one to do. So I reached out to McCall, and she's always just knocks stuff out quick. And she was like, "Hey, I actually have a song already called The Moon." So we ended up doing three songs: that the Moon song, The Moon, and then another one called The Sea, which she already released on an EP that we did together. So yeah, any background you'd like to share on this song?
I just want to say, first of all, that I love working with you because I think that we are able to respond to briefs very quickly when we get something that's like, this is due in an hour.
Right?
We're
And it's just
both
like
able
boom.
to, like, yeah, turn it around really fast.
Yeah.
And I think do quality stuff.
Hmm.
And sorry, somebody just walked in.
Yeah. Hello. Hmm.
It's always like a thoroughfare over here.
Yeah.
But I think we have a lot of similar influences and yet also enough like differences in our musical styles that it's like interesting. So yeah, it's always fun working with you. And I really love the Moon song as well. And it was just so funny that I had this song that was written that was kind of on the same theme. And I think the production of the song is really intimate and kind of stripped down, which I
Hmm.
love. And I loved the way that you played the instrumental track. You always play it with a lot of feeling and soul and musicality, but also very accurately, much more than I would be able to do. Your
Yeah.
rhythm is much better than mine, so it's really, really great.
Yeah, it's a nice little sweet song. It's just ukulele and vocals.
Yeah,
Yeah. What about I hear about how about I share the lyrics and let's talk about those a little bit.
sure.
Actually, here I'll make this the whole screen. Here we go. All right, and yeah. So basically, this these two are the verse, and this is the chorus, and then these two are the second verse, and then we've got this chorus down here, this little double chorus ish, if you will, with a little ending. Yeah. Yeah. Anything you'd like to share about these lyrics? Maybe the starting at the first verse.
Sure, yeah. So the thing that I think got me started on these lyrics is kind of a Shakespeare quote about the inconstancy of women, and I think that there is something very female about the moon in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And also just the contrast between the moon and the sun. And I feel like you're either one or the other. There are two kinds of people. You're either like the center of attention and like an extrovert, and that's like the sun. And then the moon is kind of the more like quiet, dark energy. And I definitely feel like I'm more of a moon person. And I know like we're all connected to the earth and the tides and gravity and all these things. But I do feel like as a woman having like a monthly cycle and all these things like the moon, you are more connected to these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I do feel like a natural connection to the moon. And I also just like the idea that you can go through these changes but still remain the same in your core. So like obviously we evolve and we change throughout our lives, but I still feel like I'm the same person essentially that I've always been.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
And
Like our bodies change throughout our life, but we're always us. We always learn and grow and like get either like better at working through things or we have like things that happen that we have to, transcend. But it's always
yeah.
us, that we're always, you know.
Yeah, and I see that with my kids. It's like they were born the way that they are. Like you see their personality so quickly. It's like you definitely have a personality when you're born and like a core of you as an individual. And obviously, hopefully, we learn something on this journey. If you believe in reincarnation or whatever, it's like you want to get to the next stage of evolution when you leave this earth. So hopefully, we are changing on some level, but there is that constant core that I think stays with you your whole life.
Yeah.
And then the chorus kind of speaks to it's like two kind of ideas. So the verse is in the beginning is more just like speaking about the moon and inconstancy, but then when you get to the chorus, it makes it more relational and like interpersonal. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's like I always think about like relationships and how they change, and I'm very nostalgic even while things are happening, and I never want like relationships to end, friendships to end, and people to change. And I think there's something really comforting about saying I'm pinned in your sky and I'll always be there and you can believe in me no matter what. So that's kind of more speaking to that idea. And the gravitational pull that we have on other people in our lives. The closer you
Mm-hmm.
are to somebody, the more you influence them as the moon kind of influences us.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the second verse here
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Um, there's a few things here that this kind of brought up for me. I don't know if I guess I'll share some of it. Like it kind of, when you're talking about the sun and the moon, it actually made me think of some like Eastern Indian yogic stuff.
Uh-huh.
And there's like supposedly, like uh through like your spine, there's like this core energy center, and there's like these two uh main kind of, you could call them threads that intersect, and one represents the moon and one represents the sun, and then they meet at the third eye. So some of the stuff
Nice.
you were saying there kind of remind me of that. um
Yeah, and I
yeah.
think we all have that kind of totality in us.
Yeah.
And I always think about like Star Wars, like there is no light without darkness. It's like it's all
Yeah.
about that balance. And
Yeah.
yeah, just having that like counterpoint between the brightness and the reflection.
Yeah. Well, and it raises a lot of interesting topics for me, like like the moon having a light of its own, or the sun having its own light and sharing its light and lighting everything up. But also like the moon pulling on the tides and relating that to like relationships, and like, and it's interesting, like it's almost like not that like on maybe on not so male female level for me in my sharing here, but like the that like we all have that sun, that internal sun too, to light our moon, and we have some of those tendencies to push and pull, but we can also be stable in ourselves like the sun, and but also like that ever presence that the chorus I feel like brings. I don't know. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
no,
fun to
I like
like.
I like your idea of like the interconnectedness of everything.
Yeah,
And it is like, I mean, it's interesting when you think about just the characteristics of the moon versus the sun versus the earth, right? It's
yeah,
like the sun, without the sun, we wouldn't be able to live. Like that provides warmth and everything else. But the moon is such a part of like our cultural mythology too, because it is so visible.
mm-hmm,
And when you think about just like creation myths and everything else, it's been, I would say, just as present as the sun,
exactly.
and it's so like important to our like identity as a planet and our little solar systems.
Yeah, exactly. And what a trip that they appear as the same size in the sky. It's so
Yeah,
it's
everything.
funny.
Yeah, the sky is amazing. It's still
Yeah,
like baffling. It's like just a mystery.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't necessarily think mean to get into all that, but that was fun. But
totally.
yeah. So yeah. So this track's gonna be out, or it's already out, depending on when you see this video, person
Time
watching.
travel.
And then, like we mentioned earlier, there's a second one that will be out. That's a cover of the Moon song from the movie Her, and already out is the Sea. If you go to Michal's streaming sites, yeah, it's How do you pronounce your last name on there? It's Michal
Tauber.
Tauber.
Yeah.
Yeah, Towber.
Yes. Or
Yeah,
as my dad always says, toe beer. That's a little way to remember it.
nice. Yeah. And then there's also another track on there that I feel like kind of reminds me of the vibe of that movie, Her. It was called. It was the third track on the EP. I'm spacing on it now. I'm gonna have to pull it up. We make so much music; it's just hard to
I
keep
know,
track
I'm
of it all.
like, it's all a blur.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I pull up your name, I also get this track that we made called "Perfect Lie." It's on your.
Oh yeah, that one was fun.
Um,
That one has a cool video if you guys want to check it out.
yeah. And "Crying" was one that we did.
Yes.
Oh, here it is. My dopamine.
Oh yes, my
Yeah.
dopamine. Yeah.
That one kind of reminds me a little bit of that movie in some fun in some ways. I mean it's a different, kind of context, but
Yeah, no, very topical, right? Her definitely is very topical with all the AI stuff and how it interfaces with humans and creativity and all of that. So it's definitely fun stuff.
yeah. You know what I forgot to do? I was going to ask in the beginning if you made these lyrics with a AI prompt, but it's all good.
Yeah, no, we're dinosaurs, so we predate AI.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah,
So
your lyrics are
maybe the
always very
next album.
clever. So, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for stopping here and making this little video and sharing the background.
Sure. Yeah, it's always fun to hang, and let's do some more music soon.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Talk to you later.